hardest part was actually coming to the decision to build. There was a lot of emotion, a lot of risk, we thought, in coming back to a place that had been completely destroyed by fire. I think we realised that we couldn't replicate what was there before, and this was an opportunity to build something that fitted the site and took advantage of some of the things that the previous house didn't.
Well, really what we wanted to achieve was the retreat, the space that we used to have that we enjoyed coming to so much on a weekend. And we wanted to have a house that would help us to have the experience that we had before the fires. But at the same time, having the opportunity to design a house from the very start was quite an exciting opportunity. We needed someone who could help us turn our dreams into reality, because we were a bit all over the place in terms of trying to work out what we wanted.
I recall walking up and down across the site with John and Cheng and just talking through what we used to do here, a little bit of what the old place was like, but it was more about what we were going to use the place to do.
We weren't even sure if they would be interested in taking on the work. But having them come on site and go, wow, this is a really nice space, we would like to work with you on this space, was very affirming.
The greatest inspiration comes from the site. The land is spectacular and unique in that there is a creek running through the middle of the property and the land just cascades down to it. So we designed a house to take full advantage of the view as well as the experience of the creek.
4 weeks later, had the 2 concept plans that they'd come up with. Both options captured a lot of what they'd said, and this one in particular I think addressed the wow factor that we had hoped might come from a building.
And we come up with something with a couple pavilion that sort of cascade down with the site, and then we have this folly, which is the runway that takes the house closer to the creek.
They just wanted a weekender, so it was to be very relaxed sort of environment. They wanted finishes that didn't need a lot of care or maintenance. We didn't want to do a lot of decoration because the views, right? That was the decoration, because you had the spectacular views of the ranges.
That whole experience is one that's helped us to grow and develop and to learn and appreciate what good design is all about. Yeah. I don't know that we really understood that before we started this process, but now that we're at the end of it, we've got a much better understanding of the quality of the work that we've been part of and just of the talent that we've had the opportunity to benefit from, and that is a really special thing for us. Already we've only had the finished house a very short time, but in the first 2 days of having the house we had 10 people visit, and that's been just wonderful, and everyone who visits goes, wow, this is lovely. So we're absolutely delighted with it.
They also took a lot of the hard work out of the design. People that I work with or other colleagues have said, so you must be at the stage now where you're choosing colours and taps and this and that, and I was able to say, well, no, not actually. The architects have done all that.
One of the interesting things about working with Cheng and with John is that you can't have everything. You can't have everything in a building. And that was a really challenging thing, because I would see designs that I liked or aspects of other buildings that I liked and go, I want this, I want that, I want something else. But what they have been able to do is provide us with something that works beautifully together, and that gives us the experience that we were really looking for.
It was our project. John and Cheng did the design. The builders brought it up out of the ground, and I just absolutely love being here.
But the other thing that happened though was the builders built a relationship with the office. So it wasn't just here's the design, now over to you, and that's it. That's that's our part of the work finished. Whatever we wanted, whatever we asked for, whatever questions we had, were answered in a really appropriate and thoughtful way. It will continue to have a wow factor, I think, right into the future, but as well as that, it provides a lovely space for people to come and enjoy what's on offer in this part of the world.
So would you recommend TeoPerperis to others?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean,
We have.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I think if you're going to work with TeoPerperis, you need to be prepared to be challenged. It's not all one way, and that's really important because you're working with expertise that you don't personally have. So be prepared to be challenged, but also be prepared for a wow factor at the end of it.